University about getting my master's in neuroengineering. I've been playing basketball since I was in 3rd grade. I've been on the Singh Sensation since we started, and I was 8, actually 17. And with that, I'll throw it over to my brother, Angad.
So, I'm Angad Singh, one of the younger members on the Sikh Sensations.
Stop lying.
One of the younger members on the Sikh Sensations, and I'm going to talk to you guys about athletic injuries. Okay, I'm right now studying how to treat and take care of athletic injuries and physical therapy at USC. And so, I just want to ask you guys first thing. Let me see you guys flex. Let me see you guys show me your muscles. Show me all of your muscles. Flex as hard as you can. Show every kind. It's not just your arms. You can do like, you know, your chest, everything. Let me see every kind of muscle. Everybody flexing. Even the older guys. I want to see you guys flexing too. I know you guys got something. Okay. Good. Okay. So, can someone tell me what are you guys doing with your muscles? What action is that? Yes. Flexing. Okay. Flexing is one. What's another word? What do you do? What makes my arm go from this position to this position? Not bones. Contracting. Contracting is the word. Does everyone know what contracting means? No. Okay, contracting means to pull. Okay, so this muscle here, your bicep, is pulling your arm this way. Okay? Now, can someone tell me what causes my arm to go back the other way? What muscle is pulling this way? Which muscle? No, not this one. Someone else. Yes. You're what? You're expanding. Close word. No, it's extension. That's a good one. So, if this is your bicep that's contracting this way, your tricep is going the other way, right? Does everyone know what those words are, those muscles are? Okay.
My mom does.
Really simple.
My mom does.
Your bicep is this muscle, the one that you see a lot. Your tricep is this muscle. Okay, remember earlier today we were stretching, we were doing this, right? This arm stretch, we were like this. We were stretching your triceps. Okay? So, obviously you guys know what contracting is. That means that your muscles are pulling. That's the only action your muscles can do. So, what do you guys do? What happens when your muscle starts feeling too tight or you're contracting too much? What should you guys do? Rest. What's another thing? Exercise. You wouldn't want to exercise when you're tight. What else? Stretch. Stretch is correct. You want to stretch your muscles because otherwise you're going to be tight all day. It's going to be really uncomfortable. You might injure yourself that way. So when you're about to play basketball, when should you stretch? Raise your hand who says it's before. Who says it's after? Wow, only 1, 2, 3, 3 you guys. 4 of you guys, okay. Who says 5? Okay, who says it's before and after? Okay, good. Majority of you guys, that's good. So before and after is correct. A lot of people think that stretching before is really, really important, but actually there's more importance in stretching after. How many of you actually stretch after? Legitimately, actually. Okay, that's good, that's good. So, tell me, can someone know how long you're supposed to stretch for?
30 seconds.
30 seconds. What else? 10 seconds each stretch. 15 minutes. Okay. Yes?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay. Well, it really depends. What you want to do is it's a minute per stretch. So if you're stretching, let's say, your arms, your legs, your back, those are 3 different groups, right? You're going to be stretching a minute for each, so it's 3 minutes, right? It really depends on how many muscles you're going to be doing, but it's always 1 minute per thing. If you go anything further than that, that'll make you worse. Okay, you're gonna overstretch it, and then next thing you know, you're like, oh, my left is hurting, I can't run, all this stuff. You're feeling limp. Okay, so it's better to just do a minute before, and then you do it again after your exercise. Okay? So, what are some of the biggest injuries that you see in basketball? Your leg gets sprained. Twist your ankle. Torn ACL. Oh, that's good. You guys are right on point. What else?
If you break
Your
your hand.
hand, right? Does anyone think it's the face?
Yeah.
Did you get injured in the face?
You can break your nose.
Yes. If you break your arm like her little brother, okay? Yes. Achilles. Okay, these are all great answers. These are all wonderful answers. Actually, I was really surprised you guys said the knee and ankle because those are the most two common injuries in basketball. In professional sports, at least in the NBA, the biggest one is a torn ACL, which is right around your knee area. The other one is the sprained ankle. At least for our group of kids, I think from teenagers to younger kids, it's always a sprained ankle. Now, you can prevent this by one simple way. Does anybody have an idea of how you can do that? Not exactly, but good. That's still a good answer.
What did you say?
Do a lot of stretching. She said the same thing. So, anybody else? It's a really simple. All of you guys are wearing these things. Shoes. Shoes is the best way that you can prevent a sprained ankle. Because what happens is if you're not playing with shoes that are covering your ankle like these high tops that I'm wearing, more likely when you land from a jump like that, you might land wrong and next thing you know, you have a sprained ankle. Okay, so it's very important that you guys have to wear shoes that cover your ankles. Make sure you get, for some of you guys I'm seeing sneakers and like Vans and all these different kinds of shoes. You guys need to get high tops, okay? It's sometimes if you guys are like lazy or something like that, you don't want to go run or whatever, you don't want to go and get new shoes, you need to go get that hunting. Yeah, I know. Looks good. Good. Okay. So we have shoes, we said stretching. Now, let's see. What happens when you get a sprained ankle? What's the first thing you should do? Like literally you went up for a layup, came down, fell down the wrong way, and then what do you do right then that you feel like something's going on? What's the first thing you do? You say ouch. Okay? Ice. Walk on it. What else? Stretch. Okay. Yes. I think. You see a doctor. Okay. So there's actually 4 steps. A really simple rule. It's called RICE. Rest, ice, compression, elevation. Okay. When you first get injured, when you first fall, you need to first get off the court. Get yourself off the court safely. And when that happens, you do not, let's say if I sprained my left ankle, you don't want to put any weight on it. You'd rather just try to limp off stage or get someone else to help you off.
Or you can jump on one foot.
What's that?
Or you can jump on one foot.
You could do that. It'd be better if you have someone else to carry you off. So okay, you rest, that's first. So you're resting, you do not want to put any weight on that. Because if you do, it's going to injure it more. Something just happened to your foot, you don't know, you just know that there's a lot of pain. So you rest on it. Then when you go home, you ice it. You ice it for about 15 minutes. Don't go more than 15 minutes though. If you do 20 minutes or more, then your foot's going to get too cold and then that's even worse. So only do it for 15 minutes and do it only 3 to 4 times a day. Does that make sense? Yeah? So you ice it. First you rest, you ice. Now compression. Does anybody, can someone tell me what compression means? One of the younger kids. You guys know what compression means?
No.
Okay, so compression, yes. What's that? Pressure. Pressure is a good word. So compression just means you want to stabilize things, you want to hold it in place. Okay? So there are a couple of ways that you can do that. Sometimes you can use athletic tape. A lot of the professionals use these. You'll also see on some of the players here that they have braces. They're like kind of like wrappings a little bit. Those are also really good as well. You want to use those if you don't have like tape or anything else that you could use. But after you've iced your leg or ankle for about 15 minutes, compress it. Compress it as much as you can. Okay, you want to keep that on as long as you can. Does anybody know how long you're supposed to wait so you can keep doing this? 20 minutes. Anybody else? What's that? An hour. Yeah? 6 hours? 6 minutes. 2 hours. Last one. 15 minutes. Okay, so when you wrap your leg, the actual answer is you're supposed to keep it for as long as possible, and actually you're supposed to maintain rest on that leg for 2 to 3 days. Okay, 2 to 3 days. It's not just hours, it's not just minutes. You want to stay rested on that leg for 2 to 3 days. But there's a catch. You have to make sure that after those 2 to 3 days have passed, you're not just keep on resting. You have to move your ankle. You got to make sure that there's a thing called range of motion. You want to make sure that your foot can do everything that it used to do before it got injured. Okay, like so it's going to be flexion, extension, left, right, everything. Okay, if you don't start practicing that, then your foot's not going to go back to where it used to be. Okay, and actually, your foot is still injured until about 6 to 8. It takes 6 to 8 weeks for it to fully heal. Okay, so you guys got to be careful when you get injured. When you get injured, it's not just 2 to 3 days. It's actually 6 to 8 weeks to get fully back to 100%. Okay? Any questions so far? Okay. Any questions so far? Any other injury questions you guys want to have? Hanji? Put the ice on for 4 hours. It won't be good, but I'll tell you after, yeah? I'll explain to you after. Hanji? It can be more, depending on how bad your injury is. Okay, so we talked about resting, icing, compression. What's the last one? Elevation. So elevation, when you're at home, you're resting like that. Let's say I'm on the couch. You want to elevate your leg so that it's above your chest. So if this leg was injured, you want to make sure that it's above your chest. And that's basically. Okay? Hanji.
I heard that if you ice your injury for too long, you also get blisters.
You won't get blisters, but you could hurt your leg by going too much. All right, so I'm about to wrap up in a little bit, but one thing you guys gotta keep in mind is that you guys know your body better than anybody else. Okay, you guys have to know what your limits are. You guys know what is going on. If you know that something is wrong, you can't see what's happening to your leg. You can't see if you sprained your ankle. You just know that there's a feeling there. Okay, so do not be afraid to say no to playing again. It's really bad for you to play on it after you got injured, okay? Alright, that's all I have. So